So I was recently reached out to by Kakao Games to do a video covering Black Desert Online. And even though I'm normally not one to get into MMOs, I decided to check it out since I heard over the years that Black Desert had a very, very good character creation system. And one of my favorite things in video games are character creation tools. And I'm glad to say that the rumors were true. Black Desert's character creation system is a ton of fun. And if you want to start playing too, Kakao Games has actually hooked me up with my own sponsored link. So if you just click that, you get to sign up and start playing as soon as possible. You can get 7 days free. And alongside that link is also an access code that allows you to get your own jump start at the game. And I highly recommend giving it a try, because after just playing around with the character creation tool, it was worth at least signing up. Now, as I said, one of my favorite things in games is their character creation systems. I find myself spending hours upon hours, sometimes just setting up the best looking character possible, or trying to make characters from other series to see how they would work in the game's universe. And now, let me say, Black Desert Online has one of my favorites when it comes to this, and I found myself just messing around with it a bunch, and it's how I spent the first half an hour getting the game started, is just creating the character I really wanted to play. In fact, let's go through the character creation process right now, and I'll show you how in-depth that this process can get. So character creation in Black Desert is actually a lot of fun. It's a very renowned character customization thing. There's a multitude of classes to pick from with all their own unique gadgets and items. It's actually it's a blast. It's very MMO. It allows you to create the exact character that you want to make. Each class has their own specific gender version of them with a different name, but basically the same abilities. Like you have the Koichi and then you have the Ninja, which are basically the same class separated by the gender of the character. The only few classes that do have an issue with this, where it is locked to one specific gender, is, I believe right now, only the Ranger, as she herself is actually getting a male counterpart soon with the male Archer class. So that is soon going to be addressed. Right now we're going to make a Wizard, but I'm actually going to make a Witch. So the first thing you might notice is that whenever you move your mouse, the character looks where you want to look. This allows you to get like certain angles for the character so you know exactly what you want when you're making them. But if you don't like this feature and you want to turn it off, just come over here to view, turn it off, and the character will stop looking where you're looking. You also may notice that she's wearing a very strange outfit. This is just like the class outfit. And if you want to get like the exact measurements and details down correctly, you don't want all this clothes on her right now during this character customization. So you come down here down to clothes, and then you can choose from the certain outfits that she will have available to her, along with disabling and enabling the hat that she can wear. So we're probably just going to put her in something more loose-fitting so we can get... Yeah, alright. Now, when it comes to customization, each character has a multitude of things you can edit. First, of course, is their hair, which, from what I've looked through all the characters, each of them have their own different sets of hair, which fit with the specific class that they're playing, haircuts that make sense for those characters. Yeah, I think this haircut's gonna be the best that we can get for what I want. And now we get to the shape of the hair, which you're allowed to customize in any way that you want, like, just messing with these features right here allows you to change, like, the shape of the hair. But I'm not gonna touch that, because that's a little bit too in-depth for me, but if you want to go that deep, then you can. Color. You can change either the basic color of the hair, which is just, like, the standard, like, basic hair. Like, this could help you make, like, a Kira-esque character. Stop looking at me, honey. Because you know how Kira has, like, the black roots, but also the white base? Yeah, it's actually, like, really neat. I like that. But if you want to make all the hair black, you just go like that. Actually, another neat little detail is that if, say, you wanted your hair ends... Alright, let's drop these all down to 0 really quick so I can show this off. Alright, so say your character has, like, this blackish hair right now, but you wanted the ends of the hair to be colored in a way. Well, you do this, and then you can choose how much or how little this hair dye is, allowing you to get that perfect blend of, like, ooh, that's, like, a nice... she dyes her hair black, but she's actually, like a brunette type of look. Or if you want to go here, you can mess with the roots, which also makes it look like they dyed their hair at one point, but the dye has run out. So it allows you to do a lot of, like, fun little details like that, so I thought I'd point that out. Then this is why I like this character customization system so much, is that you can make just the perfect amount of who you want. And with that, then just you close out of that and you go right to the next part of the fate. Like you go to face editing, which is one of the best parts about this so far. Alright, they have a bunch of presets for you that you can work off of, which are all fun. But if you don't like the presets, I'll show you how cool this can get. This will help you determine how sweaty your character is. I thought this was a very interesting choice to have, because, I mean, it is called Black Desert, so there's obviously going to be some heat problems for some characters, so if you want to make just, like, the sweatiest, like, greasiest character, you can. Or maybe, like, if you want to go with a automaton type of design, then it has the plastic that reflects the light. Well, we're gonna tone down the sweatiness a little bit. And each of these colors are pretty interesting. Like, it allows you to pick just about whatever type of person you want to play. These are kind of more estimations for what the skin on the character is going to look like. Because, I mean, like, this isn't really green, I don't see, but... there are special colors down here. Like, if you want to play, like, a Shiva, or if you want to play, like, a pink alien, you can do that. Or if you want to play a ghost. Face shape is where things get interesting, and as you can see, we now have like a skeletal outline of what this character looks like. So, with this, you can do a lot of fun things, like... Ooh, gotta move her staff out of the way. Like, take a look at this. Just look at how much, like, you can change and warp here. You can pull her... Ooh, boop, 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 boop. This allows you to choose whether your character has an overbite or an underbite, and then... It's such a fun little, like... Look at that. Now she's permanently smiling. Let's pull that lip down a little bit there, honey. And if you're like, oh, I don't like these changes I made, you can just reset the part. And reset the part. Also click that, make sure. There we go. I probably didn't reset all the parts. So let's just hit the reset all button. And now we're back to our bases. Oh, I should also point out, now that I'm messing with the eyes, that is symmetrical by nature, because we as humans really like symmetrical things. But say you didn't want symmetrical. You wanted to make some character who has like this weird funky ass eye over here, but on the other eye it's permanently closed. Well, you can do that now because this is one of the best character creations. Any character creation system that allows you to have non-symmetrical parts is the best, in my opinion, because it allows you to create the truly unique, truly interesting characters out there. I mean, look at that. Try to make this in other MMOs. I don't think you can. And with that done, now look how happy she is. Eyes is also another really cool part about this game so far. So you can mess with the pupil, the iris, and the lens. And these are all different parts of the eyes themselves. Stop looking at me, honey. Alright. So first off, the pupil is just like the middle part of the eye. You got normal, you got anime, weird anime, cat, anime, Sharingan but not, and cat again. We're gonna go with the anime, because I'm a fucking weeb. And you can actually change, like, if you wanted to make the standard blind-esque character with like the gone pupils, you can do that. Or you can make just like the darkest pupils you want. I like to go with a little bit of leeway right here, because as I said, I'm a weeb. And then you can also change the size of it, so you can go from like, hello, my name is Lilith, to, you said fucking what, mate? We're gonna go with like a standard normal size though. Width, you can also change it like that, so if you want to make goat eyes, now you have a goat girl. I just love the willingness to allow players to have exactly what they want when they're making their character. I like that. Oh, and again, you can also just have multiple. So if you wanted to make a character with the Sharingan, well then here you go. There you go. Alright, now we're going on to the iris, which is just the color of the eye in here. I like to go with this one right here, or this one right here, because it fades between the white. And we're gonna find a nice yellow. There we go. And this allows you to determine how opaque it will be. I like to go about 90, because 90 is a good middle point. And now now this one allows you to determine how anime you want your character to be. Do you want it to be this anime, or this anime? I think I'm gonna go with about this much anime. And then lens allows you to change this little detail around the eyes, as if you can see that. So we're gonna do these. I think this one is probably the best for me. Whoa. And this allows you to determine how much like light reflection comes from the eyes. And those are the eyes. Look at. Remember what she looked like at the beginning and how slight changes can make a huge difference in her character creation? Remember when she wasn't permanently smiling? Look at that. She's so happy now. And now we have tattoos, which are the standard just tattoos you see in a lot of character creation systems. If you want to go with like Kavera, then that's fine. But we're not gonna do tattoos. Not my biggest favorite thing. Here's wrinkles. It allows you to determine how old you want to make your character look or how tired you want her to be. But we're gonna not have any of that as well because she's pretty happy, pretty young. And this allows you to change the expression on the character. This will be their normal standard expression. And you can determine how intense you want this expression to be. Like, do you want her to be angry all the time? Or do you only want her to be slightly miffed? Or do you want her to be like sad? Or do you want her to be like, ooh? Oh, that's a face right there. But we're gonna go with happy. Happy seems like a good one. There we go. Actually, you know what? She's really excited. And then now you can do the body shape if you want, which I think this is also one of the better parts of this character customization system because you can make them as tall or short as you want. You can have them have like really tall legs but like really short arms, or a really tall waist or a really small waist. My favorite is the neck because you can just do. But we're gonna go with a standard neck size. Most of this is actually already accurate to what I want, so we're gonna actually just make it a little bit shorter. Yeah, make those a little bit longer. Well, when you gotta reach the top shelf. But yeah, that's about right. It should be more toned than it should be muscled, but it allows you to mess with like each part of the body is designated to one set of muscles. So let's zoom in really quick, and if you can see the difference, like it's a slight difference. This is more noticeable on other characters than it is on some. But now like this one I believe is arms, so now she's jacked in her arms, and this one's on legs. So now you want her to crush your head like a watermelon. But yeah, we're gonna go about 50% on arms, 50 on body, and 50 on legs. Tattoos, these are just body tattoos. Again, we're not going with any tattoos on this character, but here are some of them for an example. Editing the pose. This allows you to give your character a unique pose. And again, you can bisymmetry, which is like you can move both arms at the same time when you're messing with this pose. Or if you just want one arm to be raised in the air. I will say it is kind of hard to get exactly what you want sometimes, but this posing system is actually, I think it's really, really neat of them to allow you to create your own custom pose for the character. So that you can get a nice picture going for the character as well. Oh. Let's do something weird. I don't know. Oh, the body twist made this a lot weirder. Let's try to get a JoJo pose going. Ooh, nope. Let's go like that. Oh, you're clipping there, honey. Yeah, I can see a JoJo doing that. Fighting! Just put a stand behind. But, say you made that pose right there, and you want to customize it. Well, you see, when you come to weather here, weather allows you to change the background of the character so you can see them in different lighting, which you should be doing back and forth just so you make sure you get the exact color palette that you want, because a dark here might not be the same dark here. So it's actually really nice that they allow you to do this. But they left you this option so that you can blue screen or green screen backgrounds in for you to take pictures with. And the reason they do that is for another reason I'll get to in just a second. But we're gonna go here. Or I think it's 4. No, 5, 6. I like 6. And now we get the star signs, which are just like things that your character are born under. I'm not sure if these actually impact your character's stats in any way, but certain characters are more inclined to certain star signs. And now we want to do a temporary save of this character so that we can always come back to this design as I show you the Beauty Album. The Beauty Album is a very, very cool thing implemented by the team to allow you to share your designs with people and send them out, so people that can then customize their character after certain popular characters. Like, let's see what the witches have in mind. These are all different people's witches that you can then copy or become. So let's become this one really quick. Look at that. And she's just zapped into our world, and we get to use this character as a basis for ours. So if there's like a character that you really enjoy, you can then beam into them. But we're gonna go back to our girl, our tall and beautiful. And I think there's only one thing that we can name a girl as pretty as this. There we go. But what are cool characters without something cool for them to do? And Black Desert Online actually addresses this by doing one of my favorite combat approaches I've ever seen in an MMO. They take what your character does and they give them sort of a beat-em-up style combat system, where everything is over-stylized and overly flashy, making it feel like you're one of the strongest beings on this planet going at it against multiple enemies. And this is true over all the playstyles that I've attempted. It allows the player to choose how cool their attacks can look as they plan out different assaults, be it jumping in fists first and dominating a bunch of goblins, or flash stepping around with your katana drawn, slicing up any enemy that happens to be in your way, or even staying in the background and raining hellfire upon those unexpected goblins with your magic. No matter what playstyle I attempted, I never felt like the game was preventing me from looking cool, like I see in some other MMOs. But luckily, Black Desert is more than just some flashy tricks and character creation. Roaming the world of Black Desert itself is also a lot of fun, and can be very beautiful at times. Though, I was only able to explore a lot of the beginning areas of the game, there's a ton more coming as well, as the development team themselves also just recently released a brand new expansion, the Dragon expansion, which adds a ton to the game, like a whole new region to explore, a bunch of new events to do, and of course, great new boss fights. So I say again, if anything that I have just mentioned, be it the character creation, the combat, or the world that you can explore, interests you at all, I highly recommend using my link in the description below. All people who sign up get a free 7 days of Black Desert Online to play around with and enjoy at their will. I'd also like to thank Cutcow Games for reaching out to me and offering me this chance, because I actually really enjoyed my time with Black Desert Online, and I hope it grows more and more as time goes on.